Hello, folks. How are y'all doing today? Good to see y'all again for another V3 Mastery series. Today, we're going to be covering gift cards and referral rewards. Very excited about that. But first, since we're all just getting in here, say hi in the chat. Who's out there? Who are my biggest fans out there? Is Jody here? No, maybe. Gabrielle. Hello, Gabrielle. Good to see you. Yeah, go ahead and say hi where y'all are located. Let's get the chat popping. This is fun. Dora, great to see you. Jill, hey. See, I knew you were going to be here, Jill. No worries, but let's go ahead and do a little housekeeping. Jill, I was a little nervous doing this today, but now that I see that you're here, now I know I'm going to crush it. Okay. Little housekeeping for y'all today for how we do these webinars and Goldcasts. A lot of y'all are very familiar with this. Jill, you could probably do this part, how many webinars you've been to at this point. But anyways, so guys in the chat, thank y'all for going in the chat, saying hi. It's great to see all of y'all. I'm very excited to have all of y'all here. Let's keep the chat going throughout this. Let's make this fun. Just if you have any experiences with these features that we're covering today that you want to share them in the chat. We'd love to shout them out. Or as we're going through this, just share your excitement through the chat. It's fun. And then also we have direct messaging. So if you guys want to message Sydney or myself directly, feel free to. And we'll do our best to try and get back to y'all, during this live webinar. It's a little tough sometimes, but we'll do our best. If not, we'll connect with you guys afterwards. And then we have Q&A. Q&A is my favorite part. Hey, Valerie from Philadelphia, good to see you. Q&A is our favorite part. So as you guys have questions and we're going through this, click on the Q&A button, type in your question there, send it over to us, and we'll make sure that we get those answered by the end of this. Okay. Feel free to send them in there. We're really excited for y'all's questions. But a little bit about who your hosts are today. A lot of y'all probably recognize me and Sydney by now, but my name's Jeremy Goldsberry. I'm the client marketing manager here at RepeatMD. And my only focus since I've been here has been to help you guys build the highest performing apps to really drive that revenue and just be a game changer for your practice. That's just a little bit about me. Dr. Karina, oh my God, I haven't seen you in so long. Good seeing you here. Thank you for joining. Sydney, tell them about yourself.
Hi, everyone. I'm Sydney. I'm a product marketing manager here at RepeatMD. Seeing a couple of familiar names as well. I've been working really closely with a lot of you on all V3 products and even beforehand with helping with beta testing. So can't wait to hear your guys' questions and any feedback that you have, because that always helps us and make things better for you guys in the end.
Absolutely. Couldn't agree more. Great. Now, what are we covering today? So I'll be doing a little bit of talking today, but Sydney's going to be, doing a lot of talking today. Lucky for you guys. But what we're going to be covering is just a little bit about, why we built referral rewards. I just lost my thought. Why we built referral rewards. Sorry, guys. Long day. But so we're calling that the growth loop that kind of runs itself, right? Why this is so important, and a little bit more about gift cards and why we built gift cards. From there, after I get done talking, I'll hop off stage. That's when I'll hand it over to Sydney, and she's going to cover gift cards, a little bit about them, and then a full walkthrough of the demo and the setup. And then we're going to talk about referral rewards, walk through that, demo and setup, right? And then we'll cover next steps. So if you guys want to make any adjustments to your app, how you can do that, how you can really get these things going, or where you can go for more help, and then some Q&A at the end as well. So again, as you have questions, guys, don't feel like you need to wait to the end. Click on Q&A, submit those questions, we'll get them answered. But let's dive in. Today's a short one today, guys. We have about 35 minutes today, so it'll be good. Now, a little bit about the why behind everything today. So growth in general, used to rely on a lot of effort on y'all's end in the practice, right? Growing the practice meant more staff, more hours, more and more manual follow-up. As you gain more and more patients into your practice, that's a lot more follow-up you guys have to do and legwork on your end, right? But the practices that are seeing the biggest gains today, well, they've kind of shifted their whole mindset when it comes to growth. And now it's about systems that actually work while you don't, right? We want to start automating some things in your practice, right? So systems that sell, engage, re-engage automatically, because real growth is about doing more. It's about building smarter ways for your business to help run itself. So that way you and your team members are more efficient, more effective, and focused on providing that high level of growth for your patients, right? So our most successful practices and what most successful practices we see, they're not just selling more, right? They're scaling smarter. More sales is great, but you got to scale smarter within your business to, keep growing it, right? They stop relying on the one-off promotions or the constant manual effort just to drive sales. Instead, what the most successful practices are doing, well, they've built systems that actually multiply their results, tools that reward their patients' loyalty, tools that capture new business automatically and keep their patients engaged long after their first visit into your practice. But the real goal isn't just to sell more. It's to create a practice that grows even when you're not in the room. Because I know at the end of the day, guys, you want to be able to log off or, go home and enjoy your time with your family, right? That's the goal here. Not having to always be trying to scale the business and constantly communicating with your patients. Well, what the most successful practices are doing, well, they've built systems that sell. They sell, they reward, they re-engage automatically. It's growth that's happening behind the scenes, driven by that consistency instead of a constant effort. Now, when your practice can do these three things that we see here, growth is going to take care of itself, right? With real growth, you're selling at any time. Patients can buy whenever they're ready, even after hours, whenever your doors are closed for the day, right? And with that ease of use and that great service that you're giving to your patients, well, you're going to have some happy patients, right? And what you want to do there is turn those happy patients into your biggest advocates, into your raving fans, right? And from there, you want to make it effortless for them to share your brand and then get rewarded for sharing your brand as well, right? It's great that they're your raving fans. And if you can take a little extra care of them for, cheerleading for you guys and bring in more patients, well, that's even better. That's a win-win for everybody. And what you also want to do, the third thing here, is re-engage through automation, right? Having to manually call them, manually hit those touch points isn't scalable. You want to keep your patients active without adding more to your team's plate. Now, you're not chasing growth here, you're creating it. Because whenever your systems are selling and rewarding and re-engaging for you, well, every interaction at that point becomes an opportunity to automate that revenue. So taking gift cards here, for example, since we'll be talking about gift cards today, they're not just like a nice to have, sort of thing in your practice. They're one of the simplest ways for you guys to drive new revenue automatically. So especially this time of year, gift cards are super important. So on average, when someone redeems a gift card, well, they're spending 20 to 40% more than the value of the card itself, right? And that's huge. So let's put that into like a math example here, a little bit of math. I'm not great at it, but that's why they put it on the screen for me. So think about that. So if your practice is selling $20,000 in gift cards, well, you can easily expect to see $24,000 to $28,000 in actual revenue once those gift cards are redeemed. And that's real incremental growth, right? That's that 20 to 40% increase over the value of the card itself, right? Real incremental growth from a product that's literally running itself, right? Automation is the game here. That's what scalability is all about. Now, gift cards are just one piece of the puzzle. When you layer in these referral rewards that we're talking about today, well, that same idea of that effortless growth just compounds with that, right? So gamified referrals, think about that. We're making referrals gamified to drive more growth. So gamified referrals drive 41% more repeat shares than traditional programs do, right? And those referred patients are typically spending up to 25% more than the ones who come in just through ads, right? Through a Facebook ad or through wherever else you're placing ads, right? So it's not just about selling more. It's about creating that cycle of loyal, really high value patients who keep your growth running on autopilot. Now, that's where RepeatMD comes in, right? This is our solution to all of this that we're talking about today. All of this. So gift cards, referrals, automated re-engagement, it's part of a bigger system, right? We've talked about our other V3 features and, with our other features and the ones we're covering today, gift cards and referral rewards, well, it's all within the same solution, right? The solution is a patient-first experience. When you build around what patients actually want, you meet them where they are, right? That convenience, those rewards, the guidance, and the flexibility. Growth doesn't feel forced at that point. It just happens, right? It becomes second nature with those patients, and you make it easy for them, right? And you're meeting them right where they are. That's why everything works together here. Like what we're talking about, our referral rewards, the loyalty, like the rewards for visiting, AI treatment advisors, the 24/7 med commerce, being able to sell through your app, memberships, the financing, the product sales, and automated retention. It all works together for this patient first experience as your main solution to like really automate and drive that growth. And that's exactly why we built RepeatMD V3 in the first place, right? Everything we've been talking about, modern patient expectations, the automation, the personalization, that growth that runs itself. Well, it all comes together here for V3. It's built around 5 core products: AI treatment advisors, referral rewards, digital gift cards, my products, and Skin Drop by RepeatMD. Together, all of these unlock what we call automated revenue. It's selling more while doing less, right? What is automated revenue? Well, it's very simple. It's the concept of selling more while doing less, right? So with V3, every patient action is triggering that next opportunity, right? They buy, they gift, they refer, they return to your practice, right? And it all happens automatically 24/7. That's what we're doing here today, folks. That's what we're doing with V3. And that's why I'm so excited that you guys are actually here and joining us for all of these these V3 Mastery series, right? Because you guys are making the most of it. I'm really excited for y'all. And on that note, I'm gonna hop off my soapbox and I'm gonna hand it over to Sydney. And Sydney's gonna walk y'all through digital gift cards to get started. Sydney, take it away.
Thanks, Jeremy. But yeah, so yeah, starting with digital gift cards, we'll take a kind of a step back and kind of show how this has been working for a lot of practices now, and something that hits home for a lot of you. So if you think about traditional gift cards, they can be clunky, they're plastic, they're manual, and they usually end up forgotten in a drawer somewhere. I know I sometimes lose gift cards and forget that I even have them. So it's a lot of what people experience today. And even on your end, there's no automation for physical cards, there's no real tracking, and there's no real way for someone to buy one after hours unless you're offering them digitally. So that's a huge missed opportunity, especially when so many patients are looking for that effortless and personal way to give the gift of self-care. And when you might offer gift cards today at your practice, say through your EMR, for example, I'm sure a lot of you can agree that sometimes the experience misses the mark a bit. They're often off brand, they're hard to buy, and they're not always the best looking. And tracking those redemptions manually or relying on different offline workarounds really eats up at your staff's time and opens the door for different errors. And on the patient side of things, that experience again feels clunky, more generic, and there's no real clear incentive to actually redeem, and there's no sense of connection to your brand. It's just another transaction, and it's not a moment that builds loyalty the way that you would expect. So with digital gift cards, we'll kind of walk through what happens when you do take this experience digital. So these ones, they're beautifully branded to your practice, they're instantly available, and they're easy for anyone to buy 24/7, even non-patients. So patients can purchase right inside your app, or you can actually have the option to directly add a link to your website or social posts anywhere that your audience already is. And we'll dive deeper how to kind of get that link in the demo here in a bit. But before jumping that in, with launching V3 and digital gift cards just a couple of weeks ago, we've seen that digital gift cards have actually already generated $187,000 in sales. But the key, as we kind of dove into that number a bit further, is 41% of those were actually new patients. So that means that gift cards are not just driving revenue, they're actually expanding your patient base organically. So it is a great way to drive not only purchases from existing patients or maybe even their friends or family buying for them, but actually being able to share this experience and get new patients to your practice, which we'll dive into the demo in a second. Let me actually share my screen, and I hope this works smoothly. Yes. So within your RepeatMD app, you'll see that gift cards now has its own tab in the shop page. So super easy for people within the app to purchase this. And there's a couple cool things that you can do when you are trying to buy a gift card. You can choose if this is for someone else, or I can actually buy a gift card for myself. And in either scenario, that amount gets redeemed in the person's wallet as repeat cash. So it makes it super easy to spend at your practice once the gift card is purchased. I can pick a different design. So say I want happy birthday. And Jeremy, I'm going to send you a gift card because it's your birthday coming up soon. All I have to do is type in Jeremy's details, his contact information, and then pick an amount. So I can see at Amora Med Spa, which is the app that we're using today, there's a couple of sales going on. So I am going to send Jeremy a $1,500 gift card, but I'm only spending $1,200. Don't tell him that. And I actually have the option to send it immediately so he can get it now as soon as I send it, or send it later so I can actually schedule this in advance so that he actually gets this on the morning of his birthday, for example. All I have to do is type in a message as well, and then add it to my cart. What's great about this is when you do add it to cart is we really try to enable that multi-gifting experience. So we have this pop-up that says, why stop at one, add another card. And if I click that, I'm taken right to the top and I can repeat that same experience as many times as I want. And this is great as, Black Friday, Cyber Monday is coming up, the holidays are coming up, especially if you're running promos. It makes it really easy for patients and non-patients to buy multiple gift cards at once. One last feature I do want to call out here as well is if you notice this little paper plane icon in the corner, this is actually a give someone a hint feature. So I can share this link out with a friend or a family member, or say my partner, for example, as kind of a hint that, my birthday's coming up or the holidays are coming up and I actually want a gift card to this particular practice. So all I have to do is type in their details. They'll get a text and they can easily purchase me a gift card, and they don't even have to download the app to do so. So it makes it real easy for non-patients as well, say like a husband buying for their wife, to go through this checkout flow and not have to worry about, signing up for your app or buying there. So jumping into the admin side of things, I want to show you guys how you can configure a couple different things based on how you kind of saw what was reflected in the app. So if you look at gift cards, we made it really easy to find a lot of these new products. So if you go under manage, you'll see gift cards here. And this is where you saw a lot of the imagery that was reflected in the app. And there's a couple of things that you can do as well. You can actually create a new gift card. So if you want additional imagery, all you have to do is drop in a photo, give it a name, and then click save. With the different options that we have here, you can toggle them on and off at any time. You can actually schedule them as well. So for example, maybe it's a little too early to start posting the Merry Christmas or Season's Greetings cards, but you can actually schedule this in advance. So this is a great feature to kind of set it and forget it. So say I want to toggle this Season's Greetings gift card on to go live at the same time as the Merry Christmas one, for example. All I have to do is type in a start date, so say December 1st, an end date, end of December, and I set it. So now I don't have to do anything else. It'll go live on the 1st and automatically turn off at the end of the schedule here. So super easy to adjust these and make them go live or not at any time. You have flexibility with the pricing increments as well. So you can toggle these on or off at any time, but whatever you display here is what ends up getting displayed in your patient app. Now, you heard me talk a little bit about non-patients being able to buy a gift card and being able to actually include this link into your website. So you can actually just embed this link if you copy and paste it from here. If you're used to making updates to your website yourself, all you have to do is take that link and attach it to maybe a new gift cards tab that you have on your website. Or if you work with a particular web team, you can just hand them this link and kind of give them some guidance to where you put that as well. But as a preview, I'll show you what this looks like. We want this experience to be very similar to what you saw in the app. So again, you can buy for someone else or yourself. Again, you pick the design, you type in the person's details. So again, I'm buying Jeremy a gift card for his birthday. I pick the amount and I can either send it immediately or schedule it later. So very similar functionality to what you see in the app. And if I were to purchase this, there is kind of a call to action on the next page, prompting that user, if they do actually want to download your app, they can. So it is a great way to also drive some new patients to your practice as well. Back in the admin side of things, I want to call out a way that you guys can run special offers with gift cards, for example. So if you would have saw in the patient app that there were a few gift card options that were on sale, you can actually create a specific special offer on gift cards as a whole, or if you only want it on specific amounts, you can do that. So if we go into special offers, you can create a new offer here, but I actually just want to show you guys the one that we saw right in the app. So when creating a special offer with gift cards, it's super simple. You can pick which locations that you want it for. You can add a specific title, the preview text that the patient would see within the app. You can add in your own imagery, and you can select that discount type. So right now with gift cards, the discount options are a % off, a dollar amount off, or a complimentary item. So for example, buy a $100 gift card, get a free hydrofacial. And again, you can pick if this discount applies to gift cards as a whole or only certain amounts. From here, you add in the promo code, when the offer window runs from, any additional details, and then a text message announcement. So this is a great way to drive more people to the app and to the sale and add that sense of urgency, especially if the offer window is short. For example, Misha has a great use case of what they did with gift cards and a special offer. They actually ran a 1-day 20% off $100 gift card. They ran it again just for 1 day. They sent out the text, and they actually generated about $10,000 in sales just from running that limited time promo. So again, it's a great way to drive that sense of urgency and get people to purchase gift cards quickly. I'm going to stop sharing, jump back into the deck. Awesome. Thanks, Jeremy. So we looked at gift cards, and now we're going to take a look at referral rewards and how you can kind of use this to really bring in those new patients to your practice as well. But before we do so, let's kind of talk about what's the problem with referral programs today. So as a lot of you may have experienced, most existing referral programs, usually don't work. They're, again, clunky, they're hard to track, and they can be a little awkward for everyone involved sometimes. So instead of creating that viral growth, these programs sometimes fizzle out after one referral. So those patients tend to lose interest, and you as a practice can't really measure the results. So that means that the word of mouth, one of your most powerful growth channels, never actually turns into real revenue. But with referral rewards, it really changes the game. You're turning your happiest patients into your best marketers without spending a single dollar on marketing. If you don't mind jumping in the next slide, Jeremy, backstage driving. And the best part about this is it's 100% automated and compliant as well. So with this, you can finally motivate patients with milestone-driven rewards. Those are the bonuses that really build momentum and make sharing fun. And patients can easily track their own progress within the app. And we'll show you what that looks like in a minute. But this is truly gamified growth that keeps patients excited to keep sharing and really keeps your practice top of mind, even when you're not promoting anything. So we're going to jump back into the app to show you guys. So many of you will notice that the rewards tab also had some updates as well. So here you can see that this new block of text is the easiest $50 you'll ever earn. So this is where the patient is introduced to your rewards program. So when I refer, I'll get $50 and the person that I refer will get $25 off. If I track my referrals here, again, this is the gamified growth that we were talking about. I can see my referral history. So I can see I've referred 2 friends so far, Vivian and Ashley. But I want to call out 2 things here. So with Vivian, because they made a purchase, they completed, a qualifying action for this reward to be seen as successful. that means that I earned the $50 repeat cash. So I have this one checkbox here. And this prompts me that I'm 2 referrals away from $150 repeat cash bonus reward. Now I can see with Ashley that she signed up with the referral link, but she hasn't visited your practice yet and she hasn't made a purchase. So that is not a successful referral yet. So I don't make the $50 until she does one of those things. But I can give her a little nudge to tell her, hey, I don't get my reward unless you make a purchase. So I can do that. And again, once she is able to actually make a purchase or visit your practice, then this will update accordingly and I will get my reward. On the admin side of things, if you go to rewards under MedCommerce Engine, this is where you can manage all types of rewards, whether that's a visit reward, sign up reward, or referral rewards. So we'll dive a little further in that one. And with referral rewards, we have this on as a default for all of you, and that default is $50 of repeat cash and that bonus reward of $150 repeat cash. But again, this can be edited at any time. So if we dive into that, I can select if this applies to all of my locations or select locations. I can choose what type of reward I want, whether that's repeat cash or a complimentary item or in office. We like to set it as repeat cash as the default because it keeps that spend within the app, within your practice, so that they're driving purchases there with the repeat cash. And then again, this milestone reward here, reward your biggest fans. So when a client does refer 3 people within 6 months, again, successful referrals, they'll receive a bonus offer. We have this set as $150 repeat cash, but again, this can be edited by you at any time. So with this, again, it's just a great way alongside gift cards to really drive those purchases within your app, but then also make it super easy to share, super easy to refer people, and really easy to get new patients signed up to your practice because there's just so many ways that you can leverage this with marketing communications, which we'll share in a bit. But we really want to make this easy for you guys to promote on your end and within your app as well. So with that, you guys heard me talk a lot. I'm going to bring Jeremy back up and hand it back over to you.
I'm back. How great was that, guys? Real quick, virtual round of applause for Sydney. That was awesome. Sydney, thank you for walking us through all that. In the chat, how excited are y'all to start selling gift cards and referral rewards and have referral rewards in your app? Have y'all already got that started? Let me know. I want to hear y'all's experience so far in the chat. But let me get back to what I was doing because we're running low on time here. Now, if y'all have any questions about any of this, like, hey, I want to update some stuff on my app. I want to, make some changes. I want to update my memberships. I want to run a promotion, get more signups, things like that. Any app improvements, well, feel free to reach out to us. So if you guys go into your admin panel, if you log in there, there's a little button in the lower right-hand side of your screen. You can click on that. It might look like a question mark. It could look like this orange button here. We're finalizing that. But if you see that little button in the lower right-hand side of your screen, it'll open up our little chat bot there where you can click send us a message and you can select either questions about V3 or meet with a success rep, right? So if you want to meet with a success rep to make these updates and just kind of chat a little bit more and strategize, click there and you'll be able to choose your meeting type to schedule a meeting with your client success manager, right? So that way you can talk more about V3, maybe specifically gift cards and referral rewards. You can select right here or AI advisors. Or if you want to talk about, hey, how do I get more signups? How do I turn my signups into sales? How do I sell more memberships? How do I promote with RepeatMD? Things like that. You can book any of those meetings right there with your personal client success manager. And that way, you can really get started on driving that growth in your app. Also, we have more upcoming V3 masterclasses. So we actually have a great one tomorrow, which I highly recommend you guys opt in for. So scan that QR code there. It's with Adam Haroon. He is a marketing guru. He is incredible, has tons of experience in the industry. He's going to talk to you guys how to really take those referrals and how they can transform your practice, right? So highly recommend being there for that one. Go ahead and sign up for it. We also have selling products and Skin Drop on the 2nd. That'll be with me and Sydney. And we have another V3 workshop where we kind of cover everything with V3 on the 9th of December. So go ahead and opt in for all those, sign up. We're excited to see y'all there. Another thing that I wanted to make sure we mentioned is we have a ton of V3 marketing resources. So all these marketing resources you can use to tell your patients about all these great new features that your app has. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to add this link in the chat. I'm going to pin it. So if you guys want to go in there and download those, feel free to go in that link, download the graphics, post them on your Instagram. We have stories, we have posts, all kinds of great stuff to really highlight what's going on with your app to drive your patients in there and really start using these new features. So highly recommend that. And let's see, I believe all we have left now is Q&A. So we can go ahead and dive into that. Let me pull up our Q&A. And let's see. So we have Carol's question here. Does it show a successful referral on the back end of someone's account? So I think, Carol, what you're asking is, like in the client profile or in the admin panel, does it show a successful referral on someone who referred their friend or something like that? Sydney, can you go ahead and answer that? Or if Christian, CC, if you want to come up on stage and help us with these, feel free. Hey, there he is. This is everyone. This is Christian Karlstrom. He is one of our PMs here at RepeatMD. He's responsible for a lot of these great features. So I think it's best for him to speak on this stuff. CC, take it away, my friend.
So to answer your question, Carol, it is underneath the client profile in the admin portal. You can see under a specific client, under the wallet, on the very bottom, you'll see what the referral activity. Also coming soon is we're going to be having some referral dashboard mechanisms so you can really drill down and see what's going on for your referrals.
Awesome. Thank you for that, CC. We got a few more in here. So Danielle, can a patient customize the gift card amount themselves? If they want to give someone a $75 or some random amount, are they able to do that?
Not at this time. We are adding some more options that will be available given the feedback that we've received from the platform. So continue with the feedback as always. Like that's what drives these enhancements that we can continue to do. So that will be available soon.
Yeah, and great call out, Danielle. And it's moments like these where you guys have these great questions and these needs for your business that, that's how our best features get made. Like literally the entire My Products feature was just because all of y'all were saying, RepeatMD, can we please sell our products on the app? Yes, we heard you. That's what we do. That's how we build our best features. It's because you guys know best. You tell us what you're looking for, send that stuff in, request it, and we'll do our best to get that built out as fast as possible for y'all. So thank you, Danielle. Mary, for referral bonus, can we set how much the referral needs to spend or what they need to do?
So let me answer this. So I believe what Mary is asking is essentially for the new patient that's coming into the practice, you can, and there's a minimum spend requirement that you can put on. So that way, when they do make that purchase, then the existing user can then get the referral bonus that you have put in.
Okay, great. Yeah. So yeah, you can set that referral bonus to the amount that you want as the owner. However, just so you're aware, Mary, like in order for them to earn that referral bonus, like Sydney showed earlier, that patient needs to either visit your practice, come in and see you guys, or they need to make a purchase in the app, right? So great question. Now, for this question, how can I show my Black Friday sales in my website? So what I recommend here is, we just did a client panel on how they, two of our top clients, top performing clients for Black Friday, Cyber Monday, what they do is they will have either like a pop-up on their website, or they will have a landing page on their website that's talking about all the Black Friday, Cyber Monday sales that they're doing. Basically just talking about like what's being offered, the percentages off, and where they can find it. And the where they can find it piece is very important. What we see work best is if you're driving all of your patients into your app where it's like app exclusive Black Friday, Cyber Monday sales. So that way it's, you're getting them into your app. So that way they're using all the features there. We're automating your growth, right, with all of our V3 features, but they're coming in there to make those purchases for Black Friday, Cyber Monday. So what we recommend is adding either like a pop-up on your website or like a landing page on your website that talks about these promotions that you're doing, and with a button or a link where they can say, okay, great, I can click here and sign up. That's what we highly recommend doing. That's what we see our practices perform the best, when they're driving them into their localized space, their app, right, the space that they own, and really having them live in that ecosystem. I hope that answered your question. I'll make sure that we note your question if you need some extra assistance there. But let's see. Bianca, we have patients that come from different countries. How can they sign up if they don't have a United States phone number? So as far as I know, CC, they do have to have a phone number, a US or a Canada phone number in order to join. Is that correct?
Yep, that's correct. But the way that some people do it today is they use like a Google Voice number, and that could be something that they can do in order to validate and go through the app.
Oh, that's great. Yeah, see, I didn't even know about that. CC, that's why I'm glad you're here. Yeah, a Google Voice number would be a great workaround for that. That way they can still validate and access it and make those purchases through your app. And Angie asks, may the gift cards be financed with the firm? So CC, I'll answer the first bit of this, but I'll have you confirm it. So no, we don't allow for gift cards to be financed with a firm. There's like a lot of regulatory laws around financing gift cards. CC, can you provide any extra information there?
Yeah, no, you're straight on. Basically, because it's almost treated as like a credit option that we have, is that you can't use credit to get credit. So a firm is not available. Additionally, for that, repeat cash is something that you can't use when buying gift cards.
Yep, Angie, yeah, we want to make sure we're not allowing y'all to break any regulatory laws with that. So we don't allow that functionality, unfortunately. Tara, how do you nudge people with the referrals? So what the patient can do, Tara, is if they check in their app and they see that, let's say Sydney hasn't, she's been referred, but she hasn't come into your practice to visit you or make that purchase to make them eligible for that referral bonus, they can click a button to the right of their name there that says nudge, and it will send them a text. Sydney, is that right?
Yep. I can share my screen again if
Yeah, let's do that real quick. Tara, yeah, let's walk you through it real quick.
Just so what it looks like on that patient end again. So as you can see here with my referrals, like Vivian made a purchase, so I got my repeat cash. But here Ashley only signed up but hasn't made a purchase yet. So here's that little nudge button that once I click it, like Jeremy said, it'll send them a text prompting them to actually make that purchase so that the referral reward is completed and I get my $50. I hope that makes sense.
Yeah, and Tara, and there's also some incentive on the person being referred, like the friend in this example. Like they get that welcome offer when they join your app, as you already know. So it's like, hey, they have that opportunity to use that welcome offer to make that purchase as well. So if you're talking to your patients in your practice, like why, how they nudge them and like kind of what their friend gets whenever they join, that's kind of the route I would take when it comes to explaining that to them.
While I'm here, Jeremy, too, I see Karina asked, how do you send a wish to the hubby? I'm assuming you're referring to gift cards. So I'll bring that up again. We make it super easy within the gift cards tab. So if you're here and say I want for my anniversary to send this to my partner, if you see this little paper plane button here, you click that. I just type in his details, his name, his phone number, and he gets a text that's from, the practice saying, Sydney wants a $100 gift card. And then all I have to do is click the husband. All he would have to do is click the link and he can easily buy that with that external gift card link that we saw before. So he doesn't even need to download the app. So it makes it super easy. All he has to do is click the link from the text and then purchase it from there.
There we go. Great question, Dr. Karina. Love it. And then let's see here. Where did my share button go? Oh, there it is. Okay. Jordan asked, can we set it so only certain gift card amounts are on sale? Yes, you absolutely can. Real quick, Sydney, if you don't mind showing them how to select that.
Absolutely. I'll go back into the special offers.
So Jordan, yeah, in your admin panel, this is where you'd be able to do it through your special offers tab. Yep.
So yeah, so if you saw like in the app, let me go here. I have this set up that there's 20% off gift cards, but only certain amounts. So when you say that it includes a service, so where you select included services, you can either choose gift cards as a whole and it'll apply the discount to all, or you can select certain amounts here. And I'll just show that in the patient app again. So because I only selected those amounts, that discount is reflected on the patient side as well, here and on the website version as well. So you'll be able to see it in both places.
Perfect. Yeah, CC, you're right. They are crushing it with these questions. This is great. And then we have our last question here before we're out of time. Beatrice, you ask, we have a pop-up where they submit their email and the submit button goes straight to the app. Oh, well, great. That's perfect. I guess I'd say you're doing it exactly right. So in your website, you have that pop-up and they submit their email. And when they click submit, it also opens up the link to join your app. Great job. I love that. That's great because one, you're capturing their email as a practice, and then two, you're also getting them signed up for your app, right? I would just say make sure you have a call out to like what they get when they join. So like if your welcome offer is $25 towards any service when you join our app, make sure it says, hey, and when you join our app, you get $25 towards any service, right? Just that extra bit of like what's in it for me factor, as Lisa Krause would say, right? So that way they know, they feel compelled to join. But Beatrice, great job. I love that you're doing that. You're doing a fantastic job. And then, okay, looks like we have two more, and then we'll wrap up. Okay. Let me share this one. Mary, you asked, if running a promo on gift cards, is it possible to have the app open to gift cards? So it wouldn't exactly open to the gift cards page. You can direct them telling, hey, go in there and buy gift cards. However, if you guys are doing a promotion on like, let's say Instagram or on your website, you're like saying, hey, we're selling gift cards. You can link to that external link where they can buy gift cards through the website portal, if you will. And then that way they can easily buy them in there. And that would be one way to do it. But if they're in the app and you're running a promotion on gift cards, you can set up a site-wide promotion or a custom shop category that gives some more visibility towards that promotion on gift cards. So that way, when they open up their app, the site-wide promotion pops up, that little pop-up in the app. It says, holiday sale on gift cards, shop now, and they click shop now. It'll take them to that custom shop category where it'll list all of your gift cards that are on sale. So you can do that as well. So that way it provides that visibility you're looking for. But great question, by the way. And then, Dr. Karina, thank you so much. I appreciate you. And then Dina, you ask, how did she do that? The pop-up on the website. So as far as setting up a pop-up on the website, I don't know if I'm the best person to speak to this because all websites are different. If you have someone that runs your website for you, definitely ask them, say, hey, I want you to add a pop-up on our website from this date to this date for our promotion. And the call to action button needs to be like, shop now. And they click on it, it takes them to the app so they can join and shop through your app. As far as setting it up yourself in the website, I'm not 100% sure because I don't know what website you use, and I'm not a big website guy. But Sydney, CC, any suggestions there? I know we're not, website gurus.
They would just have to work with their webmaster or their third party to get it onto their website.
Yeah, I'm not a great answer for you, Dina. Sorry about that, but definitely someone you can work with on your website on getting that set up if you have someone to do that. Also, if you're running your website by yourself, what I like to do with stuff like that is go to ChatGPT and say, hey, I want to set this up on my website. How do I do it? Oh, tell her how to get the link, please. I see. Okay, if you're asking about how to get the link to your app, I'll share that real quick and then we'll have to hop off here and end. but give me 1 second. I'll pull that up for you. Okay, great. So let me share my screen. I open up my demo app real quick. Okay. So if you go under App Builder, when you click on App Builder in your admin panel, you have all of your platform links in here, right? So you have app link that just goes to the link of your app, right? Like the sign up page. You know, for this one, this is amora.repeatmd.app. That's this link. If you click this button, it'll automatically copy it to your clipboard so you can paste it. There's a shortcut to the home page. So that way, when they click on the link, it opens up the home page of the app. Or you can do a shop shortcut where this will, if you click on the link, it'll open up to the shop page in your app. So that way it takes them directly into shop. And if you have multiple locations, you can do check-in links here. So that way, if you want to add it to check-in materials, you can. But for what y'all are looking for, ignore this. It'll be all these platform links right here. So these would be the links you want to use on your website for a pop-up. Mary, I hope that helped. Okay, guys, awesome. Thank you all so much. That's time for us today. Please join us for our upcoming webinars. We have just tons and tons more content for you guys. Sydney, thank you so much. You did an amazing job today walking us through everything. Cece, Christian, thank you so much. I really appreciate you. And Elise, thank you for always crushing it in the background, keeping us well prepared. Guys, thank you all so much. Dr. Karina, we love you. Jordan, we love you. We love all y'all. Thank y'all. Hope y'all have a good one.